Hey guys, welcome back. This is a tutorial that I was supposed to film a long time ago, and I think I got interrupted too many times for it to be worthwhile. But Daddy has taken the moo to run some errands, so I thought that I would go ahead and give it a shot. This is the look that I posted, I think on my Facebook and on Instagram. It was a while ago. I've been really slacking. It was using the Too Faced Everything Nice palette, which is the holiday palette from a couple of years ago. Looks like this. It's got two blushes, a highlight, a bronzer, excuse me, and like, I don't know, 20 eyeshadows. One of my favorite colors in this palette is this is this shadow called, well, it says it's called Mauvelous, but I imagine that they expect people to pronounce mauve as mauve, so it would be Mauvelous, which I really like. It's a beautiful color. But anyways, I used this palette to create the look, and I used this dark matte brown called Knockout, this bright pink called Totally Fetch, and Kindness is Free, as like the actual like content of the look. But I know that not everyone has this palette or these colors, and not everyone is a big fan of Too Faced, so I went hunting through my collection to find alternatives for what you may have in your collection. I tried to look for things that are old and new and drugstore and like kind of common staple products. I was able to find, I think this is my favorite combination other than what I actually used, and it was the L'Oreal Infallible shadows, and I used the colors Ice Latte, Glistening Garnet, and Bronzed Taupe. I put it on before breakfast this morning. I swatched them right here, and look how hard. Like, I tried so many different combos trying to like have alternatives. I put this on without primer this morning, probably like 3 hours ago now, and it still looks pretty good. It has faded, but it looks pretty good. So I really like this combo, and I know I love the Infallible shadows, and a lot of people have a lot of these, so this is a great alternative to this Too Faced palette. As far another drugstore combination, was really hard for me to find a second one. I tried on Maybelline Quad, and it was close, but I didn't like it. It was a pretty look, but I didn't like it that much. Not to recreate this look, at least. It was pretty. I would wear it otherwise. But if you have these Wet n Wild 8-pan palettes, I have the Comfort Zone, Petal Pusher, and Poster Child. And there was one color in all of these that helped to recreate this look, and it was the crease color in Comfort Zone. This crease color. It's not matte, but it does give it a dark enough base for the pink of Poster Child to pop out on. Don't use this definer shade down here. That's what I used first, and it was way too dark for the pink to even begin to cover. Like, you could just see this swipe of brown underneath the pink. And then this crease color in the Poster Child palette, and there goes the little sponge applicator. This pretty pink. It's like a watermelon color. You are still going to have to work to cover up the brown, but it does make a really pretty color combination. And then I just topped it off with the brow bone color from Petal Pusher. You might be able to get away with the brow bones colors in the Comfort Zone, or maybe the lid color, but I liked this one because it has a little more pink in it, and I felt like it gave it that tone that I was looking for. The chances are you don't have all three of these at home, so I wanted to give you the information, but I thought it was a little too difficult to replicate with those. If you are a Smashbox fan and you have the Ablaze covershot, I thought this was really good. I used the matte brown and the darker cranberry and the like shimmery peach. That would serve you pretty well. My. Oh my. There you go. You need to chew on something. Where's your turtle? Where is the turtle? Where is the turtle? Did Sister take the turtle out? Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. Turtle, turtle, turtle. Turtle, turtle, turtle. If you are a Kat Von D fan, this is the Monarch palette that came out a few years ago. And there is no like pink in this palette that would work, but this orangey color, it just gives it more of a fall vibe instead of like a summery, springy vibe. But I used, again, the matte brown. I used this orangey color, and then this color, which I think is called Killing Jar, has enough pink in it to kind of help the orange out to create the feeling that we're going for. And I have one more. This is the Urban Decay Vice palette. I think it's... That's loud. I think this is just the original Vice palette. And in here I used more brushes. Desperation, Noise, and Freebird. You could probably also use Provocateur. So yeah, those are some alternatives for the, put this brush away. If you don't have this Too Faced palette. The Pretty Rebels palette has, I think, that's enough. That's really loud. The Pretty Rebels palette also has very similar shades in it. That's a Too Faced palette that I love and adore, but I got rid of it because this palette had dupes in it. Some of them are the exact same colors. So yeah. 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 Turtle, turtle. Turtle, turtle. You getting tired? I think you might be getting tired. I think you might be getting tired. So we're going to go ahead and actually do the tutorial now. I just wanted to give you the information. In case you don't have this palette at home, you can still recreate this look. Beep, beep, beep. A beep, beep, beep. A beep, 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 beep. A beep, 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 beep. Okay. That's very loud, Mr. Man. Yeah. That's very loud. So I put on some primer, and then I'm going to just set the primer with, oh my gosh, this is a problem with this palette. It's with Dream On, which is it's not even skin color, just this like creamy matte color. And this is just to give the primer some setting and to give the other shadow something to hang on to. Bud. Are you tired? Are you tired? Do you want to go night-nights? Okay. Okay, we go night-nights. Just let me finish setting this eye and then we go night-nights. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, come here, handsome man. Oh, come here, Bubs. It is Sunday, so he's wearing his Sunday best. My husband put him in this. Are you tired? You want to go night? You look tired. Okay. Let's go night. Okay. He was not tired. He was a little bit poopy though. Anyways, where was I? Oh, right. Huh. Where was I? No. Okay. Alright, so we've put some... Now I have to get like back into my groove. We're going to move forward with my base shadow bust by Real Techniques. It's this dome tapered one that I like to use put in my crease, and we're going to use Fond of You. It's this color right here. It's this pretty light brown. It's F-A-W-N, Fond of You. And I'm just going to swirl my brush in there. I like to tap off the excess just so I don't have too much pigment on my brush that once you put it on your eye, it's really hard to get rid of and it can cause fallout. It can be really hard to blend away. It can make your colors look muddy. So I like to tap off the excess. I got that tip from my friend Shay. I met her out in Germany and she was the one who taught me to tap off the excess. And I'm just putting this in my crease and pulling slightly up to under my brow bone. I'm doing that on both sides. Really need to clean my brushes. I want my red Sephora brush back. That one is perfect. This one does a really good job, but that one, it's perfect. I guess I probably should investigate some of my other brushes, but I just really I like what I like and I know what I like. All right, and then I think we're just gonna, it's a really simple, fast look. So I'm gonna take this Luxie brush. It's a medium angled shading brush. It's got a pretty good angle on it. It's nice and fluffy. It makes it really easy. It makes it a quick look, but still really, really pretty. I'm just gonna dip this into Knockout. I'm taking my brush and I'm pressing it into the color. I don't want to get too heavy-handed with this because it is a very dark color, and if I get too much on my brush and then too much on my eye, it's gonna be a pain to blend out. I would rather have to build up the color to the opacity that I prefer, rather than like, oh crap, I got pigment all over my face, it's all under my under eyes, now I have to get a wipe out and start all over. So I'm just pressing it into the pigment. I'm still going to tap off. And similar to my other smoky eye tutorial, I'm just going to kind of wiggle it in the outer corner and just sweep in ever so slightly. So I'm putting it right here, and then I'm not even going to move it. I'm just going to push in a little bit. I mean, I may be moving like a centimeter. Did I put a lid color on? I might have put Marvelous on my lid when I did this before. So I'm going to start rotating my brush around just so I can get the point kind of deeper into that corner and distribute the pigment where I want it. Flipping it back over, and again, just pushing that, like, it's like literally a centimeter into my lid. Like, I did nothing. If you want more smoke on your brow bone, you can just swipe the brush further in. I think I might have used Marvelous as an eyelid color. I think I feel my lid feels empty, it feels naked, it feels a little bit wrong. I'm just gonna pop it on there. I can't remember if I did this last time, but I think it'll be fine, it'll look good. I'm looking for a flat shader brush. Why are they all lost? I might have cleaned them, which is a good thing. All right, here's one. This one is by Sephora. It's very flat. It's got a little bit of a rounded top. It's good for like swiping pigment on. I'm going to just dip into Marvelous, and I'm taking the palette is so big I can't pick it up. So I'm taking the brush and pretend this is the shadow, and I'm going like this. This is how I'm picking it up, and this is how I'm going to put it on my eye as well. Now my eye looks less naked. Okay. If you wanted to, I'm not going to because I think there's going to be a lot of sparkle in this look. You can just flip the brush over and stick it into whatever you would like on your brow bone. Chances are you're going to have that color around with you. If you're doing these infallibles, the iced latte, that would look good as your brow bone, and any of the other palettes are going to have brow bone options for you as well. Taking the same brush, oh, I forgot to do the other eye. Ha! So, going to repeat that on the other side. So on this eye, because when I'm reaching across my face, I tend to have to use slightly different techniques in order to achieve the same look. So I'm taking it, I'm still having it face up so the angle is up, and I was sticking it up into the crease and kind of pulling down towards my lashes, and then still just doing that little wiggle motion. And I think that's just because I don't have the same, when my arm is stretched over my body, I don't have the same strength capacity as I can just like dot it onto my face when it's on this side of my body. And I'm going to wiggle it slightly more up at the top to kind of smoke it out just a little bit more like we did on the other side. Alright, so moving on from this brown color. I'm taking the same brush. I'm just going to use this brush for this look. I'm going to dip into Totally Fetch and Kindness is Free together. You don't have to do it together. You can absolutely layer them one at a time. This is just how I did it that day, and I'm trying to truly recreate that look, but it would be just as doable to layer them one at a time. So I'm going to be going back and forth. If this is the pan, I'm going to wiggle into Totally Fetch, wiggle into Kindness is Free, probably go back and forth a few times, and then tap off the excess. And I'm just going to go right over the brown in the same fashion. So all of these colors are just going to get layered together. Totally Fetch, Kindness is Free, tap off the excess. One of the reasons I'm so excited about this look is I finally found a use for that bright pink. Like, what do I need bright pink eyeshadow for? And I never knew. Now I know. I finally found a use for bright pink eyeshadow. And I'm just doing a combination of all of those techniques I used on the brown. I'm swiping, I'm wiggling. And now we're going to move on to the other side. Totally Fetch, Kindness is Free. Swipe, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And you just go back and forth and dip into the shadows as many times as it takes for you to get the opacity level that you prefer and the look that you're going for. It depends on how much pink you want to show. Like you can see there's more pink on this eye than there is on this side. Well, sure, we haven't done as many dips on both sides. Mr. Man is jumping in one of those like extra saucer things. All I've done today is wake up and eat pancakes. It's been a pretty great day. And we'll do one more, and I think I'll bring some of this on this side because I think I did two on this side. Like everything even. Okay. I can see on the monitor that it's looking a little unblended, so I'm going to take, this is a Eco tool that doesn't even have a thing on it. It's just a big fluffy. Well, it's not big, it's little, but it's fluffy. And I'm going to take that right up to the top, and this would not be a problem if you were to do a brow bone highlight, but I don't feel like doing that today. And I'm going to stick it right on the edge of the pigment, and just back and forth and blend out that edge. And that's it. That's just to make the color on the brow bone look less severe and less like, there it is. There it is. You know what I mean? So I wanted to show you, so this is the look, and that's the one that I posted on Instagram using the Everything Nice palette. But on my hand I have a whole bunch of other color combinations from other palettes. So I'm going to zoom you back in, And if I remember correctly, this is using the Infallible shadows. And I put this on hours ago with no primer and it still looks like this. This is using the Ablaze palette. So it's a bit darker and less pink. It's more cranberry, but it still gives a very similar feel. And you can definitely increase the level of the pink shimmer that goes on top to make it less red. Let's see. This one is using all of those Wet n Wild palettes. You can see how sloppy it is. I'm going to try a few different scenarios. My finger is stained pink from all of the pink I dipped it in. This one, I don't remember which one that one is. This is the Urban Decay Vice palette. Oh, this is the Kat Von D one. You can see the orange in it. And this is the Vice palette. So they give off similar feels using very similar colors. And so you can use what you have at home. I'm going to finish off this look with, oh my goodness, he had lost his wink and his bouncy thing. I'm going to finish off this look with some, I think brown eyeliner. Again, I'm just a big fan of brown eyeliner recently. And some mascara. This is Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal in brown. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my goodness. I think it's time for a nap. Don't throw your eyeliner on the ground. Oh man. I'm gonna have to resharpen it now. Got to sharpen my eyeliner now. Because Mommy dropped it when he screamed. Because it alarmed me. Because you're my baby and I love you. I don't like to hear you scream. It makes Mommy sad. Sharpening and sharpening. Let Mama do her eyeliner. If I would do like this. No, you can't move. No, you cannot move. No, you cannot. Ah, no, you can't move. No, you cannot. You cannot move. Cannot move, Mr. Man. Okay. What if you come on this side? Yeah. I want you to have to sit where I can hold you. I don't want you to flops. I don't want you to flops. Who's that? Who's that handsome boy? Oh, is that you? Bro. Bro. Dude, bro. Oh my gosh. Did you just seriously throw that palette on the ground? That wasn't very nice. I don't throw your stuff on the ground. Stop. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, Mr. Man, we don't throw our things on the floor. Think I'm gonna let you loose to throw more things on the floor? You think I'm gonna let you loose to throw more things on the floor? All right. You're obviously not going to let me get any more done, and the camera's going to die. So this is the finished eye look. mascara would be included if I was going to go out today. But I'm not gonna bother. He's off. He's not very cooperative this morning. Yeah, not very cooperative. But I wanted to get that in. So with mascara, it would really make your eyes pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I hope you continue to do so. So until next time, go peace. Oh, and a chunk. And love. And smiles. Smiles, smiles, smiles. Smiles, smiles. Bye, guys. I just went and did some investigating, and I realized two things. I did not use Marvelous on my eyelid in the original Instagram post. I used Honey Pot, which is ironically the color right below it. So this is Honey Pot in the palette. It's a very soft gold. So that's actually what I have on my eyelids in the Instagram post, not Marvelous. My bad. The other thing I realized as I was washing all of those swatches off of my hand is that the Infallible shadow is totally stained. So it will definitely last a long time on your eyes, even if you don't use primer. I was just using a makeup wipe and my hand was still stained and I had to like really, really rub it. I just wanted to add that in because that was, it annoyed me when I saw the post. I went back and looked at it. I was like, oh man, I totally have like a more soft goldy shade on my lids to complement the pink, not of this purpley color. So with Honey Pot, which is a soft gold, not Marvelous, I am so sorry. I know you don't really care, but I had to give you the information. You could definitely find similar shadows like that color very, very easily